Okay, hey guys, it's Nova Raven. So I was in my basement today to get something, and I'm cleaning the room I'm currently in. I was cleaning the room. So I went down in the basement, and I had my iPhone playing some music because I got bored, and if I turn on the TV, I'll get disfocused and won't clean the room. So I had music playing so I could at least listen to some cool music while I was cleaning the room. So what ended up happening was I went into the basement to get something to drink. And when I went to the basement, I paused for a second because I didn't think I was going to be able to hear my iPhone, but I thought I heard something. So I listened, and I could hear my iPhone playing Black Paper Moon, one of the songs on my YouTube playlist. And I was like, what the heck? So I came back upstairs, and it turns out I can hear it better when I'm in my basement and it's up here than I can when I'm up here and it's up here. And it reminded me of something I heard, or I learned about like a year or two ago from one of my old science teachers. And the thing was that they told me that sound travels better through solids than it does like through the air. And the reason that is solids, if you'll remember, the molecules are packed up like this, to where they're all like in a, I don't know, like you guys probably have seen the diagram where the solids are like in a cube, like an ice cube, and they're all like right next to each other. Oh, excuse me, where they're all right next to each other. And they'll start like vibrating, and then they all start vibrating, but they vibrate very little. Whereas in water they have more space, or in air they have a lot of space, to where they're all like all over the place. So I talk with my hands. So they're all over the place. So sound needs a medium to travel through, whereas light, you know, it doesn't need anything. It can travel through a vacuum. Sound, that's why you can't hear sound in space. So that's what my old friend used to say. In space, no one can hear you booting space pirates in the head. Ha. That's, one, because it's just kind of like, that was a funny thing to say. Two, because it's true. If you kick someone in the head in space, you're not going to hear it. Well, I mean, if they had a helmet on, you'd probably hear that. But, like, if you kick someone, another person in space, probably about 5 feet away, is only going to see it. They're not going to hear it, because there's no air in space, so there's no, like, the molecules aren't in space, so it doesn't have a medium to travel through. And the way it works is that sound, the molecules will vibrate, pretend this is a molecule, it will start vibrating, and it's carrying the sound. And then here's another molecule that isn't shaking, and it goes, choo, and they both start vibrating, and that's how the sound travels. So, you've probably heard the riddle. There's a couple riddles like this, and I'm probably not going to say them right, but one riddle was that if you hear a tree falling in the forest, if a tree falls in the forest, sorry, I said that wrong. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? And the answer is yes. Just because we're not around to hear it doesn't mean it doesn't make a sound. We just can't hear it. Our ears, they can hear so many, like, decimals, I believe that's what it's called. To where, like, if you stick your finger up by your ear, can't hear anything. It's too low of, like, a frequency or something to where our ear can't pick it up. Because we have, like, there's the ear canal, and then there's, like, an eardrum, and the drum beats so many vibrations. Well, this is, like, so low of a vibration, the eardrum can't beat that slow. But if we went like this, you guys can hear that, and you can hear me talking. Because it's a high enough frequency that our ears can pick it up. So, yeah. But it travels better through matter because the like, through solids, like the floor, the ceiling, the door, because the molecules of a solid are so close together, they all like this. They all start vibrating like this, to where an air is just kind of like it's really spread out to where it's really slow. That's also why you hear like the lightning and thunder. You see lightning before you hear thunder. They're the same thing, but thunder is just the sound. Lightning is the light. That's also, and I can't remember the specifics of how it is, but like you see lightning and then you count like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 or something like that, and you can tell how far away a storm is. And I'm not sure how far away. I think it's like every 5,000. That's a mile. Don't judge me on that. I can't really remember. I would suggest you research that yourself. But you know, that's just kind of like, so. Well. It also is like, this is not as well known as the tree falling in the forest riddle. This is more like one that I heard in the 3rd grade when we were learning how lightning comes first and then thunder comes second. They always tell you don't be scared of thunder. Thunder can't hurt you. Lightning can't. But you never believe it because thunder's like the big boom. The sound can't hurt you. Lightning, it's heat and light. It could probably kill you. Not probably. It can kill you. But the thing is that there was some riddle that I heard in 3rd grade, and it was like, Jimmy, claims that he saw the thief in his backyard who stole his football. It was raining outside. He woke up to the sound of thunder, and then saw the thief by lightning. Now, I mean, you could probably say that, like, lightning flashed, and he heard the thunder, and he woke up, and then he saw another flash of lightning. But the thing was like a 3rd grade riddle, so we weren't like, oh, there was another strike of lightning. No. The answer to the riddle is he didn't actually see him. That Jimmy is lying. Because lightning comes first, and then thunder. Because sound travels slower than light, because light needs a median, sound needs... Well, light doesn't need one, sound does. So, yeah. So, yeah. Maybe I'll go into the diagram of an ear another time. All I know is that it's like, you got the ear canal, and then there's like the outer shell of the ear, and then you go into the ear canal, and then there's like the eardrum, and the eardrum beats, and then it transfers something else to something else, and I learned about all this last year, and I can't really remember it. But it goes into your and transfers the sound to your brain, and the brain dignifies it as a certain sound, and so you can hear it. It's a really weird process, but it's cool at the same time. So, yeah. Sound!